Yep, another Pac-Man creepypasta. But this one is a little bit different. Is that it pretty much gives an interesting backstory to the entire game. So have you ever wondered why the game the way it is? Well, most people would say that it's just a video game and you shouldn't be thinking too hard into it. But that's boring, and only boring people think about that stuff. We could go so much deeper into it and be creative with this type of stuff. And with this story, they certainly did that. So, without spoiling anything, join me as we listen to the story that I like to personally call The Truth Behind Pac-Man. The trip was all on schedule, and everything had gone just as according to plan. Ben, Penny, Isaac, Cameron, and Paul all sat at the control deck of the ship, looking over the controls to check that all was normal. It was only a few weeks until they were scheduled to make contact on Alpha Centauri. As the ship's computer told them that all systems ran well, the five went to the dining area and got their dinners. About midway through though, a low buzz could be heard in the back of the ship, the kind that usually meant power failure to one of the many components. A simple fix in the day and age, so Paul got out of his seat to check it out. As he stood up, his head banged against a low lamp, causing a great sound and hurting a great deal. Paul grabbed a bottle of pills as he was leaving. The buzz became stronger and stronger as Paul got further into the ship, higher and higher in pitch and more frequently. By the time Paul realized what component the failure had been in, it was too late to fix it. The main airlock had failed. A tempest of sound and wind formed in the ship as all of the air was being violently sucked out. It was a miracle that Paul was so near the Emergency Personal Assistance Capsule, or PAC as it was usually called. A sort of spacesuit which delivered all the necessary substances to the human body in case they needed it for a very long amount of time. Paul grabbed it and forced his way into the emergency cabinet, which had its own airlock. He got into the spacesuit quite slowly. It slowly dawned on him that he was now alone. There was no way the others were still alive. He decided to take the spacesuit off and open the bottle of pills. Over the next few hours, he stayed alive with the packed food sacks, which could be opened from outside if needed. When he had taken the last of the pills, which he was taking far in excess need, trying to dull his senses, a sense of mania began to set in. He wanted pills. No, he needed pills. Paul slowly donned his suit and opened the door. The main lights had failed, and the whole ship was now illuminated by the eerie Krypton neon lights, which glowed a deep rich blue. In his mania, Paul could not remember his way around the ship. All of the medicine, largely in the form of various pills, were kept securely in baskets around the ship. However, the caps had been whipped off and the contents spilled out. A good portion of them stayed in the halls rather than flying out of the airlock. Paul first worked his way to the airlock, occasionally seeing something out of the corner of his eye. He found that the manual airlock closed quite easily, sealing shut securely. Not that it mattered anyways. As he turned around, he witnessed a gruesome sight. The others, all halfway into their packs which hung near the dining area. There were many sets all over the ship. They were quite near to death, but somehow kept alive by the packs. They all approached Paul, and he ran in search for more pills.